Hi there, Scary Gary. Glad you guys came back for another week. Well, we're continuing on our trip up to Alaska, and we're leaving Garden City, Kansas, and we're heading into Colorado. We're going to spend the night at the Fort Collins North Wellington KOA journey. It is pretty close to the Wyoming border, but so it made a fairly good travel day. And it was a pretty normal KOA. It was right off the interstate. I say right off. There was probably, I don't know, maybe a quarter to half mile trip. And it was down a road that was a little bit washboardy. But that could be a good thing. It got to be a bad thing, because when you sit right beside a freeway, get a lot of noise at night. This one, you're away from it far enough where you didn't get very much noise at all. Had a pretty good view of the mountains. There was not snow at that time on the mountains, which in some of the pictures that I saw on their website, there was some snow on it. But it was a pretty normal KOA. They had a lot of sites, which we ended up getting a 50 amp deluxe site, and we only paid $52.37 for it, which was not a bad little price, but it was somewhat off season. There wasn't that many people there. There was another 12 50 amp sites that were on concrete, or most of them were on concrete, and there was 49 30 amp sites. There was 20 tent sites, and there was 4 cabins. They had all the normal amenities that happen with KOA, where you get the cable TV. There was a maximum length on the sites was 70 feet. There was Wi-Fi. There was playground area. Of course, they had propane. One thing that was very unique about this one, they actually have facilities for a horse and a horse trailer, where you could basically utilize that area. That I didn't know if they had horse riding or not. They had a swimming pool. Of course, the swimming pool is closed. I believe it's only open May till the very first part of August. So we're here toward the end of August. So, and they did have something that was a little unique. It was called a camp kitchen, which was, think of about a little pavilion, and it's got several different places where, especially if you're a tent camper, where you can actually truly cook a pretty good sized meal and have a good sink to clean up with and everything. And it was like they were divided off like kind of like an octagon, where you maybe could have 6 or maybe even 8 people in there working at different stations on it. And it was all covered up. So it was actually, kind of a neat little thing. The only thing that was a little unusual about it was when I came in, it said entrance, and I just assumed you're on the right side. Guess what? The entrance is on the left side of the going in, and the exit's on the right side. So it was like, I thought, boom, I'm in England or whatever. So that's the good thing about not being very many people there, was I went straight up there, then I checked in, and I didn't have any problem with somebody running into somebody, and but I mean, it was view. And speaking of the view, it had a great sunset that happened our evening there. Now, granted, we were only there one night, so we didn't get to basically see as much as we'd want to see. But as normal, I will say this, that it was a really nice spot, and it wasn't that much money for all the amenities that you got there. Because I'm sure we got the deluxe spot for the price we got. I'm sure if we would jump down and maybe just get a normal 50 amp or even go to a 30 amp, which we ended up having to do quite a bit, we would probably, be a lot cheaper than the $52. So if I'm coming through that area again and I need to stop at a spot, I think I will stay at this KOA. Well, I hope this has been informative, and I sure hope to see you next time.
If you like the video, give it a thumbs up.
Turn on your post notifications.
Put the comments down below.
Subscribe and you make us happy, right, Maggie? Oh.
Oh my gosh.